part of our family. Truly, Terry is part of our family.
But Terry's been a true friend.
He's like a brother to me, and anytime we're together, we have fun. And
Terry is a good person.
He was a good leader and an educator.
He used to be a good guy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Terry actually has a drive for EMS, for excellence and to do well.
Truly, he is my friend, and I've really enjoyed spending my time with him here.
We're just incredibly proud of him, and it's such a nice thing to be able to say we know Terry McGreggor. Man, that's a big deal to us.
I wouldn't trade 1 minute, good or bad, that him and I have been through as friends for anything.
Do you have any fond memories or stories that you might want to?
Lots of fond memories and stories with Terry.
The first time I saw Terry that I can remember was at the Gloucester Volunteer Fire and Rescue Squad Company Christmas dinner and dance. And he was there and dancing and having a great time, and as everyone was, and all of a sudden I hear somebody say, "Oh my gosh, Terry's mascara's running." And I looked where's Terry? And there was Terry. So that's my first memory of Terry. Of many more though. How about you, Wright?
It was good.
How do you remember Terry the first time you met him?
I met him at a Christmas party.
You did?
Yes, I did.
That's nice.
So Terry had a swimming pool at his house that my kids absolutely loved. And going to Terry's to eat clams and swim in the pool was something that they truly enjoyed doing.
When he came to our annual or our weekly crab feast in probably 2009 would be my guess. And he started coming and drinking brown ale like crazy. So we had a lot in common. It was a nice touch that he added by paying for the kegs at least once a year. He was number 2 in line to pay for the kegs, and we really appreciated that. Pay for a keg each year. And that was a keg of Legend Brown Ale, which was not inexpensive by any stretch, but he was always willing to help out and help out with other expenses in this weekly crab feast also.
Well, I met Terry at the crab feast at Bob and Sharon Johnson's every Sunday. And he would come occasionally, and we would sit and talk and enjoyed his company and heard about his grandmother, and just really enjoyed spending time talking with him.
To me, I never heard the song Red Solo Cup, and he and Tony Villani used to sing that at Crabs one Sunday, and you never knew if they were safe to drive home or not, especially when they came by boat. But the song I never knew was a song, and I heard every verse of it.
And
it was great.
Remember when we were at the miniature golf course and they were playing it on the outside speakers? Yeah. I didn't know it was that big of a song. But they did it well. Even Wright, he did it well too.
And Terry was a man after my own heart. When he had breakfast, he always ordered double bacon.
Yeah, we met at Crabs, and he was almost shy when we first met him. But after we got to talking to him, and he traveled extensively, and so did I. So we usually spent our time just saying, okay, how long are you going to be in town, and where are you going to go, and
comparing stories of travel time and airport delays and everything like that. So it was very good to know that there was someone else out there that was in the same position. And sometimes you start feeling very, very isolated when you're doing bizarre things like traveling extensively, short trips, in and out, in and out. And to know that he was there and he understood and we could talk about it and he was doing the same thing it was a breath of fresh air to be able to talk to him about it because he was going through the same thing.
So August of 2008, I went on a cruise with some families from Dallas and met this group from Virginia. And Terry was in that group from Virginia. And so saw him in the distance and told a friend of mine, hey, I want to go meet that group down there. And we went and I kind of introduced myself to the whole group and hung out with Terry and Tony and I don't remember who else was there, but and Terry assumed that I was not aware of his sexuality.
Oh, she was hitting on him.
So he threw me on to Tony and told Tony that he had to start talking to me or he was gonna have to break my heart or something like that.
So what happened was he came back to our cabin, John, and he said, you gotta help me. You gotta help me. He's like, I'm not sure what I need to do to let this young lady know nicely that
I'm not her type.
I'm not her type. And so he said, I'm going to use you to get her away from me. So I originally started out playing backup, but I ended up getting married. But the running joke in the group is I'm number 2, he's number 1. But yes, I saw it for myself. She was hitting on him.
Terry, you're a cool dude.
Terry has always shown me and taught me really how cool it is to just live your life confidently and boldly and just and shown me how important it is to just be yourself 100% of the time.
Terry joined Gloucester Volunteer Fire and Rescue when he was pretty young, probably early 20s. He came here, he had actually been selling cemetery plots at Windsor Garden Cemetery and came and joined the rescue squad with us. And I think that probably shaped Terry's life and his career. He eventually went to school. I know at one time he thought about going to medical school and was in school, going to college, taking classes. Running rescue with us. I've ran a lot of rescue calls with Terry, and we had a lot of fun. I worked with him in the emergency room. He was a secretary, and he brought a lot of life and fun to the emergency room when we were working together. Loved to dance at parties. One of our charge nurses in the emergency room nicknamed him Twinkle Toes. And that is just one of the many nicknames that Terry has had during the time that I've known him. He's also had a nickname of Biscuit. He's had a nickname of Half Tank. He's been Chief. He's been Friend. My grandson called him Tarek. So I've known him by a lot of names, and I've really enjoyed spending my time with him here at Gloucester Volunteer Fire and Rescue and our years in the emergency department together. And he's a great person.
What she said.
He insists that I've been trying to kill him for the last number of years going on my boat. I think he got me in trouble half the time in Gloucester when he was EMS chief. One of the funniest is Terry had been the EMS chief. Then he was voted out of office, and he was back to being a captain. And we were standing by for one of the hurricane details, and we got the bright idea that we should make him a assistant chief rescue captain. So we went back in the gear room and found an old obsolete helmet. And then we went to Walmart and bought a can of ballet slipper pink, which is pink spray paint, and we painted the helmet and then put decals on it that proclaimed him to be the Rescue Captain Assistant Chief, which was a new rank, never held before or since by any person. And it was the best paint job I've ever done on anything spray painting. And we presented that helmet to Terry, which I think is taken with him to L.A.
I have so many stories I could tell you, but I could tell you about the time that I was diagnosed with cancer. And they told me it was bad, and so I went to Terry's house and I sat down and I said, I got something to tell you. And he said, what is it? And I told him that what they had told me, and he said, I'll never leave your side. I'll walk with you through this entire process, and we're going to learn something from this. And subsequently, it was a false reading on the slide, so the doctor said. So then I ended up not having cancer. But the fact that he checked on me, he held my hand, he held my head when I cried. He tried to make me feel better when I didn't understand what was going on. He did a lot of things for me, but the fact that when he is your friend, as you know, he's your friend. That doesn't change. That doesn't change. Terry does not change. If he loves you unconditionally. And that particular moment, or that particular time in my life, I realized for myself that he loves unconditionally.
The last couple of years, it was hard because we didn't communicate that much. But when I needed someone to talk to about my dad, I could turn to him. And he would always be encouraging and positive, and if I was down about weight loss or whatever, he would give me some good pointers or give me some encouraging words to tell me not to give up. And
he pushed me to be everything that he thought I could be. And he pushed me to go to college. He pushed me to get my bachelor's degree. He pushed me to get my master's degree. And when I got my master's degree, I looked up to the sky and I said, thank you, Lord, for bringing somebody into my life that I have a sister. I don't have any more siblings other than a sister. And I certainly don't have any brothers. And he has been like a brother to me for the last 13, 14 years. And he has made me a better person by being able to see my potential that I could not see and get in my face and say, you need to do it. You're going to do it. And if you need my help, I'll be right there. And he was, and he is, and I'm fully confident that he will continue to be in California. I tell him all the time, there's this thing called FaceTime. So once in a while, I'm just going to pop up and make sure he's still alive. But I appreciate him being a brother to me. And that's how he impacted my life, just by pushing me to be a better person.
Terry, you've truly been like a brother to me. Sorry. I wish you all the best out there, and definitely keep in touch. Hope to visit you pretty soon.
You've made a great impact on our lives, and I can't imagine what Wright would be like without your influence in his life.
He's been a phenomenal influence to Wright. He's part of our family. Truly, Terry is part of our family. He's our adopted son.
I can visit where you're going to California so much. And I love you. Bye. Big brother.
Terry, I made this video for you. So whenever you feel lonely or miss home, you can watch this. And remember, there are people who love you and will care about you for the rest of your life, no matter what.
Terry, Tej, you're my big brother. I've always looked up to you, and we've gone through so much together in this crazy world. I'm just so proud of you. I'm proud of the person you've become and the profession you've chosen to dedicate your life to. I know you've made a difference in the lives of so many in Gloucester and Lancaster and in Richmond. I know you've made a difference in mine. I'm going to miss you when you move to the West Coast, but I'm so excited for the adventure and journey that you're about to have and the lives yet untouched by you. I know that you will make a difference out there, and I wish you the best. I love you, Terry.
Terry was my first grandchild, and from that day to this, he's always been a joy and made me happy and proud. He's had many obstacles to overcome, and he's overcome them all. And I just wish him success in his new venture. I'm going to miss him, but this is what is best for him. So that's what I want for him.
Terry, I am very, very happy for you and your new adventure and your new job. You're going to be taking with you all the lessons and leadership lessons you've learned from Richmond and Gloucester and Lancaster. You're going to take all the love and support of the hundreds of people who are cheering you on and wishing you the best. You know, you've always been my rock. You've been there for me. When I was in the hospital, you came up every day from Richmond to take care of me. I've learned so much from you. When I need an answer, you're the one I turn to. I'm really going to miss you. I'm going to miss so much about just the little things we do together, our trips to Aldi's and Ollie's on the weekends, swimming in the pool, the hot tub, the pina coladas, the margaritas, the debates about politics. I have been very blessed to have had you so close as long as I have, and to have known you as an adult and to become friends with you. So as you go on out to LA, I know our relationship will change, but I don't think we will drift apart. Even though we don't see each other every month, we'll continue to talk and see each other, and you will continue to grow in your new position out there, Terry. I love you.
And you've been his rock.
I have been his rock. And I will continue to be your rock, Terry. I will always be here for you, too.
The journey and be proud of him.
He was a big fat fucker when I first met him.
You can get that out.
No, I'm